Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk to you about commitment. Why commitment is the strategy for you to scale, to continue to scale your coaching business in 2026. And I want to start this episode by saying very clearly that this is not a beginner conversation. This episode is for women of color coaches and experts who already know what they are doing. They are not confused. You are not unskilled, means you have the skills when it comes to attracting the clients and converting the clients and delivering the promise to your clients. You are not inconsistent because you don't care about the impact you are leaving. You are showing up. You're posting content consistently. You're supporting your clients inside your one on one offer, inside the group. You are investing in your growth, and yet you are looking at your business and wondering, why aren't my results matching the effort I am putting in anymore? If that is you, I want you to stay with me. What I want to talk in this episode is really about the deeper level of commitment you need to have when it comes to your business. Not the motivation, not discipline, not another strategy to get the results you want. Literally commitment. Because what is really uncomfortable is that most women of color coaches, they are not stuck at that revenue level they are in because they lack information. It's not that you need more information, more strategies in order to hit that. You are stuck because you are not fully committed at the identity level you need to be in order to get that result. So I know this conversation might trigger you, might feel uncomfortable to listen to. So let me start by explaining that we women of color, we were taught to be very careful since we were born, right? So we are taught to not waste money. Always, like I remember when my parents always told me, make sure that you know what you do before you are investing money into it. We are taught to overproof before we take up space. And this might look like that you still wait to post that social proof, post that testimonial that you already have sitting on Slack, on WhatsApp, or in your Google Drive. And we are taught that stability comes before expansion. So when it's time that you go into your business and you can go evergreen and you want to actually invest in support, you stay with the process longer than what feels comfortable for you because your nervous system starts to negotiate. Means you tell yourself that you just need to feel more confident before you take the next step. Or you tell yourself, okay, let me wait until I have more proof or until I have more evidence that this will work out for me. So you tell yourself that you will commit once all the circumstances feels safer for you. And when it comes to business and when it comes to the coaching industry, this will feel like that most of the time it's not even responsible because this is like when you look deep down, this is literally a fear showing up as logic. You tell yourself, oh, this is the logical step, the logical decision I need to make in my business right now. But if you waited, right, if waiting worked, you would already be at your next income level that you are desiring because confidence does not come before commitment. Commitment is what creates confidence because when you are committed, you feel like, not you feel like, when you are committed, you show up no matter what. So, every woman of color coach that I have worked with who is scaling right now their coaching company to consistent and predictable income, they did not feel ready first. They decided first. They decided to stay visible even when engagement dropped, even when views are dropping. They decided to stay visible. They decided to sell even when launches were quiet, especially when it comes to launching in the beginning. You can experience quiet days, and in those quiet days, you should still keep going and not quitting. So they decided to sell, to continue to sell, even when launches were quiet. They decided to invest in support, even when their nervous system was screaming, and even when their brain was telling themselves this is not the right next step. So, this is especially important if you're trying to build a coaching business that gets you consistent clients. So, this is where most women of color coaches sabotages themselves, and it looks like you change your messaging too fast. You are feeling like, okay, this is not working, let me change my messaging, instead of sticking to that messaging. You're pivoting the strategies too early instead of letting the work actually see it over time. You pull back right before things stabilize, not because the strategy isn't working, it's because you don't trust yourself enough to stay in the room long enough for it to work for you, to show you the fruits. So if you don't trust yourself to follow through, no strategy will save you. And this is why investing in support before you feel ready actually works, and it's important. And you are not paying for information. Nowadays, information is so free, you can chat GPT everything, and you know that, right? You are paying for containment. You are paying for someone to hold the vision when your emotions fluctuate, and you are paying so that you can actually get the results in a faster way. And this is what commitment is, because support doesn't fail you, lack of commitment does. And if you quit too early, if you're second guessing every move, every decision you are doing in your business, or you are half executing because you are scared to fully trust yourself, no container will magically fix that. So, this isn't about committing to a coach or a program. This is about committing to yourself as the leader. And when you are scaling your business, you are becoming the leader in your industry because you are sharing different and unique point of views that other people might not have. This is how you are building a community, and not just followers who are just following you and giving you the likes. You want to have people in your community who are following the leadership that you are having. And your clients can feel when you are undecisive, or what's the word? You are undecided, right? Like when you have undecided leadership, that's the reason why they don't follow your thought leadership. That's what creates inconsistent income. So the cost of not committing isn't just staying where you are right now, it's slowly losing the trust in yourself over the time. So every time you do the stop and start and you pivot without any strategy prematurely, right? Or you delay making a decision, your brain learns that you don't have your own back. And every time you do that, every time your brain is telling you you don't have your own back. So, no amount of mindset work can actually override self betrayal. And we, women of color coaches, we don't need to work harder. We need to stay decided and fully trust in that decision we are making. Because higher level trust requires, higher level results requires from you to believe in yourself like no one else. That is where higher level self trust is coming, because the self trust is built by keeping your commitments, especially when things are uncomfortable, when things are getting hard. That's why you need the coaching in the first place, especially when your emotions are fluctuating, or when things are feeling hard. You need that coaching, you need someone else's point of view so that you are making the decision based on data, not based on your emotions. So I hope you are leaving this episode with knowing that commitment is not about feeling ready, it's about deciding who you are when things feel uncertain. Commitment is the strategy that turns the effort you are putting in into consistent and predictable results, because everything else is just noise. So, thank you so much for joining and listening to this episode. I see you in the next episode. Bye.